What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to our final reaction to EA and Madden 22 releasing their top 10 list for their ratings in the upcoming Madden 22 game. We've done all the big positions. We've done the quarterbacks, the wide receivers, the running backs, the defensive linemen, all the big stuff. And now we finish off with these safeties, or the safeties, yeah, I should, because it says the safeties on the thing. So I was gonna say defensive backs, but there's no corners on this list. So safeties. I don't know how you guys are gonna react to this list. Let's just get into it. I'm gonna put the list right up here, right now. The list is up here. Okay, so you guys can take a look at it. We're gonna start at the top like we always do. There is no 99 in this top 10 rating for safeties. Not surprising. I wouldn't think that they would put a 99 on this list, but you never really know. At number 1, at 95 overall rating, Tyrann Mathieu. Okay. Former Super Bowl champion. One of the better safeties in the league. I don't know if he's the best safety in the league. That's really up to debate. But 95 for Tyrann Mathieu is a good rating. I'm not saying he's a bad safety by any means. I'm not saying he's not deserving of a high 90s rating, but I don't know if I'd put him at a 95. I'd probably put him in a 93, 94, maybe drop him down to maybe 1 or 2. I don't know. I guess I'm not super upset that he's a 95. Like, there's obviously people on this list that I would be kind of concerned that are a 95 if they were a 95. But Tyrann, I'm not like complaining that he's a 95. It's not a bad start to the list, but I don't know, like the safety list is a little bit weird because there's not a whole lot of guys that you would think would be high overall, like super high overalls. Like if you have the wide receiver list where you got a guys that are in the 99s, 98s, 97s, like those top of the top guys, like you wouldn't see that in a safety list, which is what you don't see here. You don't see any guys that are like 98, 99, 97, all those guys. So 93 is Budda Baker. That's a good one. Budda Baker is one of the better up-and-coming young safeties in the league. And at a 93, that's a good spot for him. This list just feels a little weird to me. Doesn't it? It just feels a little weird. It doesn't feel weird to you? Because it just like, I don't know, I feel like we're just missing some really good safety that should be like a 97 or something. It feels like we need that top rated safety that's not Tyrann Mathieu. Like I feel like we need a guy that's a 96, 97, 98 on this list, but we don't get that here. The only guy that I could see being that high is Jamal Adams, but he's, as you can see, he's just like a 90. So 92 is Devin McCourty from the New England Patriots. That's probably a respect rating, I would hope, because even me as a Patriots fan, I mean, I love Devin McCourty, but I don't know if he's worthy of a 92. I mean, don't get me wrong. Again, Devin McCourty, I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm not saying he's still not a good safety in the league, but he's probably not deserving of being the third highest rated corner or highest rated safety in the league. Maybe top 5, maybe 5th, but 92, I don't know. It just doesn't feel right, you know? Like, I respect Devin McCourty. I like him a lot. But I don't know if a 92 is right. I mean, I'm happy that it is because it helps my team's overall rating. But I don't know if it's right for him to be a 92. I don't know. This list is weird. This list is weird. 91, we got Jesse Bates, an underrated safety in the NFL and in Madden. Nobody really picks him up in Madden. But he plays really well, both in real life and in the game. And I really like Jesse Bates. I think he's a good safety. I think that he, with some help in Madden, like in your franchise, with some help, giving him some more playing time, maybe usering him a little bit, I feel like Jesse Bates could grow to a very high rating. And especially if he grows, or if he plays well in real life, he's going to grow a couple points in the game as well. So having him in 91 is a good spot for him. Another underrated safety is Justin Simmons. Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates are probably the two most underrated safeties on this list. And I'm glad that at least in Madden they're going to get a little bit of recognition. Maybe they deserve a little bit more. Maybe they should be like 92, 93. But I don't know. I think that Justin Simmons is, for my money, is a top 5 safety in this league because Justin Simmons is like really good. And I say he's underrated because not a lot of people would put him in a top 5 list, even though he probably should be there. But I like him. I like him a lot, especially in Madden. He's a real good ball hawking corner, or ball hawking safety, I should say. I got corner in the mind for some reason. He's a real good ball hawking safety. He plays the ball really well in the air, and he does a lot of good swats, a lot of battleways. He's really good safety in the game. If you have the money to pick him up, you definitely should, because he is a very good value pick for your team to be your #1 safety. Then we go to Jamal Adams, and I mentioned Jamal Adams earlier in the video, how I said that he probably, out of all these guys on this list, would probably be the only one that I would have as like a 97, 98 overall. And that's just because I think Jamal Adams is the best safety in the league. Not only can he cover a wide receiver, but he can also blitz the quarterback, pressure the quarterback a lot. He also hits unbelievably hard when he makes a tackle. He's really smart with the play recognitions, and he knows what's coming. He's really, like, he's an all-around safety. He's an all-around football player, and I think that Jamal Adams deserves to be, not even if he's the highest rated, but I think he deserves to be maybe a little bit higher on this list, maybe even at a 94 or something. Maybe he should be the second rated safety on the list, because I feel like Jamal Adams is undervalued here. He's, for my money, he's the best safety in the game, and he's getting underappreciated here in Madden, but it is what it is. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below. 90 as well is Harrison Smith. Now, Harrison Smith has always been a consistent player in Madden. He's always been in the 90s. He's always been a very good pick to get in your fantasy draft, or if you just start with the Vikings, he's always been a good player. Plus, he's also really valuable if you decide to trade him, you can get some decent stuff for him back. So Harrison Smith's one of those guys that is a double-edged sword, where it's really good to have him on your team in franchise, but it's also really good to trade him, because you can get even maybe one of these other safeties on this list, plus some other stuff for him, because he's really valuable. But at a 90, tied with Jamal Adams, I don't know about that. I maybe have him at a 92, 93 at the highest. Like I said, Jamal would be like 94, 95, 96, 97, and like anywhere from 94 up is where I would have Jamal Adams. But Harrison Smith, I'm not saying Harrison Smith, I keep having to say this because I don't want you guys to take this the wrong way, but I'm not saying by any means that these guys are bad players. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the way that they have these guys rated in this list is not how I would personally rate them, or how I would feel like other people would personally rate them. So that's all I'm saying. Eddie Jackson and Adrian Amos and Minka, all three of them, to round out the top 10 list, come in at an 89 overall. A lot of people are upset that Minka is only at an 89, because Minka Fitzpatrick, for my money, is maybe the most... I don't want to say most underrated, because I already said that just Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates are, but that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that Minka Fitzpatrick is probably the most upside, I guess, because he got dealt to the Steelers a couple years ago. Ever since he went to the Steelers, he's been on a tear, intercepting passes, causing forced fumbles, making big tackles, just doing everything for the Steelers on defense. And at an 89, I feel like is very, very low for Minka. I probably have Minka at a 95, 94, maybe in that range, in the middle 90s range. Yeah, I probably put Minka in that range. Adrian Amos, maybe bump him up a couple at a 91, 92 maybe. And then Eddie Jackson, maybe a 90, 91. I feel like these guys shouldn't be in the high 80s. They should be in the low 90s, because, yeah, they're good players, but they deserve to be a little bit higher in Madden so that their ratings can be a little bit higher and that they play better in the game, because we all know how much ratings matter in Madden. Like, above anything else, ratings matter so much in franchise mode. So you got to have a high-rated player to most of the time. Now, there are exceptions where you have a lower-rated player that turns out to be like really good and plays well, and that's just like an anomaly. Sometimes you get like a 70 overall that plays really well in your franchise, but more than likely, most of the time you're going to get, the only way you're going to get like really good is if you have high rated players. Obviously, that's very obvious. So, I mean, 89's, I'm not saying 89 is bad. I'm just saying that 89 is probably not where these guys should be. But like it says at the bottom, it's a very interesting list. That is for sure. Let me know down below what you guys think of the top 10 safety ratings in Madden 22. We are getting very, very close to the release of Madden 22. If you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club. That's going to do it for me. Let me know down below if you guys would change anything, if you would switch anything up, if you would give Tyrann Mathieu maybe a higher or a lower rating. Let me know. Let me know what you guys would do with any of these ratings on this list. And that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. See you in the next one. Peace.